The modern India is not for Indians. Few weeks back, an old man was stopped from entering the metro at Namma Bengaluru. He had a ticket with him. He was not carrying anything illegal, but still he was stopped by the metro workers. Why? Apparently he was too dirty to enter the air-conditioned metro. I got so mad when I saw this video, but then I realized how much of a reality this is in India. The developing India is not for Indians. The same way, a man from Tamil Nadu was denied entry into a restaurant in Mumbai. A bar in Delhi denies entry to a woman who was dressed in ethnic wear. They just bluntly said, "We don't allow ethnic attires." Another man from Kolkata was denied entry into a mall because he was wearing vesti. And a mall in Noida denied entry for people with chappals. You gotta wear shoes if you want to get into the malls. Dude, the Westerners are wearing shoes because it's so cold out there. We are living in India, a tropical region. How can we expect the Indian people to wear shoes all the time? Again in Delhi, a woman was denied entry into a restaurant because they only allow smart casuals, and sari is not so smart or casual for them. A lot of you must have known that I took my parents on the flight for the first time for the National Creators Award, and we had a layover at the Hyderabad airport. It was lunchtime. We were obviously hungry. We went to a shop to buy food, and everything starts there from 400 rupees. My parents were super hesitant since it was costly. I told them it's the common price in the airport, but still they were not ready, because to earn that 400 rupees they have to work the whole day. So I understand their point of view, but the shopkeeper got irritated. It was hardly 2-3 minutes. We were not even holding up any crowd. In fact, we were the only people there. Then I came forward, ordered the food, and we moved away from that counter. Then in a few minutes the food came and I started eating. We as the younger generation, we go to malls, and as someone who has been traveling a lot lately, I've seen both the worlds, the luxury and the middle class world. So I act according to the place. Obviously we were in an airport, there'll be no hand wash, and they give you spoon with anything and everything, even with dosas. So I started eating with a spoon, but I didn't realize that my parents were struggling to eat with a spoon. My amma asked so hesitantly whether we can eat with our hands or not. I felt so bad that I didn't even pay attention to them. Then I said, yeah, we can eat however we want, nobody is stopping us. Again she asked, nobody is eating with their hands and there's no hand wash also. I honestly didn't have an answer for that. I kept my spoon aside and started eating with hands. But I kept thinking about this the whole time. Somehow they felt that they don't belong there. Then I started recalling my whole journey. Earlier, even I used to complain about having no hand wash and having to eat with spoons all the time. But slowly I got used to it. But this trip with my parents made me realize that the developing modern India is not for Indians. It is for people who act like Westerners. More precisely, it demands the people to act like Westerners. Can you imagine? We are Indians, we eat with our hands, majority of our people eat with our hands. Ayurveda, the Indian medicine, promotes eating with our hands, but still no malls, no airports, no high-class fancy restaurants have an hand wash in their eatery. You'll have to go to the toilet to wash your hands. Seriously, even restaurants, the so-called fancy restaurants, do not have an hand wash. I've stayed in 4-star, 5-star hotels, none of them have an hand wash in their restaurants, and they're literally serving Indian food. Rice, okay, you can manage eating with spoon, but how do you expect me to eat a chapati or dosa with a spoon? Do you really want me to do a surgery on the dining table like the Britishers do? Why couldn't we still come out of that colonized mindset? I've been to the Bharat Mandapam twice now. I must say it's an amazing place every Indian should see. A huge Nataraja statue at the entrance, a wall full of yoga postures, art and textiles. Every corner of that building loudly speaks about India and its culture. The first time I went there for an event, we were served dinner and there was no hand wash. After having food, we were given a pure white hand towel to wipe our hands. I felt so bad because it was pure white and so clean. So I literally asked them, what are they gonna do with the towel after I wipe my hands? They said they're gonna wash it and reuse it again. So I said, you could have at least served the water bowls if you don't want the guests to get up. No, washing the stained white towel is gonna cost even more water and a lot of energy. Even at the Bharat Mandapam, the place which proudly showcases our culture, there is no hand wash in the dining area. Forget about hand wash, show me one mall or one airport which has an Indian toilet. It is scientifically proven that Indian toilet, that squatting position, helps better in clearing the bowel, and it also reduces reduces the risk of infection because we don't have to sit on a public toilet. But still, we won't even rent a house if it has an Indian toilet. That's the reality, even if we deny. It's been more than 75 years since we got independence, and it's high time we come out of this colonized mindset. We don't need to please the Britishers anymore. We don't need to learn their table manners and etiquettes. We were literally taught to worship the food before eating. Be unapologetically Indian. Being Indian is not inferior to anyone. Wear that vesty to your office and malls and demand the restaurants for a hand wash in the dining area. Be the change so that we can make things change. I don't really ask this very often, but now I'm gonna ask. Share the video and spread the word. Make people talk about it. Make the message reach the right kind of people so that we can actually bring a change.